Hey, welcome to Davita's Stampin' Spot. It's Monday at 8 o'clock. Hope you're having a great Monday. I am checking out to make sure we're live. And I actually made it on time this week. What do you know? That doesn't happen very often. Oh, good. We're on. All right. Well, I don't know about you. Do you ever have those days where things just don't go right? Yeah, today was one of those for me. Made cards that I put the tops on the wrong direction, got glue where I didn't want it, misplaced things. Just kind of seemed like one thing after another just wasn't going quite right. But I did get everything at least put together mostly for my live tonight. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this project. I am going to flip the camera around and get started. If I can get on the right page here. There we go. All right. Word out of the way. Still working on lighting, so bear with me. I've had some different lights. I'm trying out. The one I used for a long time broke, and I just haven't figured out what I like best yet here. So you can let me know how this lighting works if you can see everything. All right. So at our team meeting in April, I kind of forced Cheryl, I guess, to share this awesome idea with us. So this is a gift box that then you can put gift cards in and give it as a gift. And I just thought it was the coolest idea. So last week I showed you a gift enclosure that just used one sheet of designer series paper. But this is a more finished look, which of course you could modify. You could put all kinds of stuff in here because it's more of a box instead of just paper. So I'm going to show you how to do that tonight. And I hope I've got this figured out well enough that it will make sense. So Cheryl created these awesome templates for us. And let's see, I can show it to you here. This is the designer series paper. So I'm going to show you this, and then I'm going to show you cut pieces, and we'll go from there. So this is a 12 by 12 sheet. This would want to be your pattern. Okay, so you've got two that are 4.5 by 5 3/4. Then we've got some pieces for the flaps, and then for the sides of the box. So for the cardstock, you're going to take a 12 by 12 sheet, cut it in half, which would make each sheet 12 by 6. This one here is our card base. We're going to score it at 4 3/4, 6.5, and 11 1/4. And then we're going to cut one piece. Now this is for the flap. That's 6 by 3 3/4. We're going to score it at 1 3/4. Then we're going to go ahead and cut this piece so that it's only 5 1/4 wide. Then we're going to cut two pieces that are 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. And we have some extra here and then along that edge. So she made that awesome template for us. It was her first time to ever teach a make and take at our team meeting, and she did a phenomenal job. All right, so here's my piece that's 6 by 12. I've scored it at 4 3/4, 6.5, and 11 1/4. So this 11 1/4 is going to be the top of the box. So this is your base. So it's going to be like this. Okay, that's our first piece. Then this is the flap. This is the piece that's 6 by 3 3/4. And this is my third box that I'm attempting tonight. And I have to tell you that the other two, I forgot to score or to use this corner rounder punch to do the rounding. And so I went ahead and did it ahead of time because I was afraid if I was on live, I would be even a little more nervous or just trying to do too many. I shouldn't say nervous. I have to admit, I don't get terribly nervous anymore, which I'm thankful for. But part of that's probably from being a teacher. I'm used to being in front. I'm looking for a glue bottle. that I don't have to just open. Let's see. Looks like almost all of them. Hey, are brand new, so we're gonna have good adhesive tonight. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and glue this flap down. Yeah. So I'm going to put a little adhesive there. Then I'm going to put adhesive. Now, if you think you're going to give this to somebody that's just going to open and close it a lot, you may want to use tear tape. All right, so we're going to put it so it's just right below the score line so that it'll fold open and close really nicely. All right, so there's that. All right, so if you're watching, make sure, make a comment for me so that I know that you're watching. Oh, good, Lois is on. Marilyn, thanks. Great day in the neighborhood, I like that. Yeah, Marilyn threw me for a loop. Stampin' Up sent her an order that I didn't order for anyone, and especially not for her. So she gave me a good puzzle last week. We finally got it worked out, but it threw me for a loop. All right, so there's the main body of the box, okay, like that. All right, so now there were two pieces that we cut that were 5 1/4 across and 2 3/4 this way. And we scored it at a 1/2 inch on 3 of the sides. So this is going to become our side here. So let me show you what I did. I did the score marks already. Got my scissors here. I've done something to my leg, and the medical doctor doesn't know what's wrong with it. My chiropractor's helped some, but I'm not having my foot down like here so that I can do my live creates a lot of pain. So I've moved everything out into my kitchen and I'm using my dining room table. And so I'm really hoping I got everything back in here tonight. All right, so you can see, I think you probably noticed, I snipped at an angle just a little bit here and then scored that in. And you'll notice on this one, I've gone ahead and I've done the tear tape on the edges. So we'll get that tear tape ready. Oh, that's something that I left. Oh, here we go. Here's some. So we'll put a little tear tape on. So I've been icing a lot, and that really seems to help. But anytime I go up and down the stairs or put my leg down, it's a lot of pain. So it's kind of frustrating. It seems to be my theme, doesn't it? But in the summers, I have problems with my legs and messes up my plans. But, all right. So that piece is now ready. All right. Now let's talk. We've got this piece that's extra, which could come in handy. You just never know. All right. So these two pieces are 1 1/2 by 5 3/4. And these are going to go here and here. And we're going to go ahead and put the designer series paper on, because the first one that I made, I didn't do that. And then it was a little harder to get the designer series paper glued down. The nice thing is this paper is going to cover up that seam for the flap. I'm going to flip it over and do this section here. I know it's kind of hard to see with the white. So when I was trying to decide what to do, Lois, you actually came to mind when she came for the designer series paper class that I taught. She made the choice to make masculine cards because, you know, we always struggle with those. And I thought, well, what a great idea, because we need masculine cards. Why not give masculine cards as a gift? So my cards samples tonight are masculine. All right, so now we've got these two strips that are 1 1/2 by 4 1/2. And they are going to go on the middle of these side sections. So these are going to go like that. All right. Do that here in the middle. Cheryl, I think, was probably wondering if I was ever going to show this, because I asked her if I could keep her templates, and then I've had them now for almost 2 months, and I'm finally showing you guys. All right. So the month of June, and I haven't been very good about talking about this, they have an amazing joining special. If you would love to be a part of my team, you can get $155 worth of stuff for $99 plus tax, and you don't have to pay shipping, which saves you some money as well. So if you have ever thought about joining my team, now is the time to do it, guys. This is an amazing deal. All right, so this one, oh, I want to show you how I did this. Let me grab my paper trimming. All right, so this piece here is 1 inch and 13/16. And 13/16 can be kind of tricky. So I wanted to show you what I did. So I went to 2 inches now, okay? So let's imagine this is still a little too long. Well, I guess I'll just use this paper. So I went to the 2, and 2 is 16/16. So then I went back a line, 15, 14, 13, lined it up on that line and cut it. Okay, so this 13/16. Remember that 2 inches is, well, in every inch there's 16/16. So then you can count backwards so that you get that marking. Most of you probably know that, but I thought just in case. When I first started out, I have to tell you, oh, before I forget, notice here on this one, I also ran these 2 edges. I put them in that punch and rounded the corner, so it had a nice rounded corner. It just gives it a nice finished look. All right. So there we go. Anyway, the sign up deal now is fabulous. So if you thought at all about joining my team, this would be an awesome time to do it, because $155 worth of stuff plus $99 in tax is a really good deal. You can pick anything you want in your kit. So if you're a crafter and you already have a lot of stuff, you can pick and choose. I know when I signed up, you had to get inks from a certain color family. They picked out some of the stuff, and it's so nice now that they let us pick what's in it. So if you have questions on that, please let me know. All right, let's see how I'm doing here. I started another one, and I glued on part of it so that I could double check my work. So let's see how we're doing here. All right, so I've got the 2 pieces on the top flap. Sorry guys, like that. And we can put this piece down. So I'll grab. So when I was cutting today, I messed up. This was another one of my mistakes. I needed one more piece, and I grabbed a piece that I'd already cut instead of the extra pieces. You guys ever do that? Well, I sure did today. So I had to cut another piece. And the nice thing with this pattern is it's so random that I realized if I put it there, no one's going to notice. Can you see where the break is? I don't think it's too bad. So I was thankful for that. All right. So, and the thing is, you will not be forced to sell, teach classes, or any of that by me or by Stampin' Up. And I would love to have you on my team. We have some great ladies. We get together. We're actually getting together July 29th. So you would be invited to that meeting if you would like to come. So think about it. And if it's something you'd be interested in, please reach out to me. I would love to tell you about it. All right. So on this one, you can see I put a magnet here and a magnet here so that it closes nicely. I couldn't remember what size Cheryl gave us. And so I did these 2 inch, it's 2 inches by 1 inch. And I think I should have made them just a little bit longer, because this is the one, I'll give you a sneak peek here. This is my one that I made, and it doesn't stick very well. So I decided on this one, we're going to try 3 inches. Okay. So, oh my gosh, I did it again. Cheryl, if you're watching, you're probably like, oh, Davida, you messed up. All right, let's see if I can get this off. I did this on the first one. It wasn't until I was cutting paper for the second one that I realized, oh, I forgot. So like I said, I've just had multiple mistakes today. All right, let's see if that's down far enough. So since I have this side, we'll go this way. So I think this is a good way to attach your magnets. All right, let me think about this. So it goes in. So, okay, I thought maybe the reason that one isn't attaching real well is because I had my magnet backwards. All right, so then I think I'm going to use tear tape this time. And now you're all going, oh my gosh, does she know what she's doing? I promise I have done this before, and I have successfully messed up the magnets almost every time. So yeah, I'm being consistent today. All right, so if you do join, you would get the amazing deal. If you choose to order after you've gotten the starter kit, you save 20% on everything that you order, and you get to be a part of my team. And like I said, I have some awesome ladies. So reach out to me if you're interested. You have until June 30th to join, so not too much time to think about it. All right, so we got our magnet underneath there. And now I'm going to take this magnet and attach it here. And I'm going to put some glue on it. I hope this works better. I'm guessing the magnets that Cheryl used were a lot stronger than the ones I have here, because I've really kind of struggled with this. All right, so we're going to line that up and push down nice and hard. Want to make sure that seals really nicely. So while I'm doing that, I want to show you this real quick. If you've ordered $50 from me this month, and this month I'm even combining orders, so if you ordered twice and you hit 50, you're going to get this tutorial that I'm a part of. This is my card down here. You're going to get instructions for every one of these cards, and that's my gift to you if you purchase $50 from me this month. If you're close, you might see how close you are. You've got a few more days. We could get you another order in before the end of June. All right, so that worked. Yay. All right, so now I'm going to take this other 4.5 by 5 1/4 piece. And we're going to adhere that on here. I did send out the email today to those that I believe hit 50. So if you didn't get one and you think you had $50 in orders, you ordered $50 from me this month, reach out to me and we'll do some research, okay? All right, now there is enough extra. I think you could put a piece in there if you choose to, but I'm using my pieces for something else. So I'll show you here in just a little bit. So there's the outside. Doesn't that look cool? All right, now we're going to put our inside pieces in. So we've put tape on the flaps. I'm going to do the bottom piece first. And I lined up my piece just like that. And then flip that over, okay? Do the same thing on the other side. I did send out my email today for the June classes. So, or July classes. June classes wouldn't do you much good, would it? All right, so line that up, lay that down. So I had fun doing Kit and Cup. Oh my gosh, it was so fun to get together. And it was kind of neat that I said cup because I don't like coffee. And I think we had as many people order strawberry lemonade or iced tea as we did a cup of coffee. So that was kind of fun. We're going to do that again in July. We are going to have my Create With Me class here at my place. And that's an event where you can come, borrow my stuff and craft, or bring a project to work on and craft with me. Just a time to get together and stamp. My team members as well as customers are invited. So it's just a fun time to chat and visit and be creative together. All right, so now we've got the back lined up nicely. Now we're going to do the front. Let's see. Oh, and I'm going to show you my technique and fun fold classes cards for this month's technique fun fold class. To be honest, I had too many ideas I wanted to share this month. I had decided on what I was going to do, then I changed my mind and I almost changed it again today. But I finally forced myself to just decide so that I could get my class advertised. All right, isn't that box awesome? And that just snaps shut. Look at that. Holds in place. Awesome box. All right, so now let me show you what else you do. Okay, so you've got these pieces left. And I thought, okay, well, it's designer series paper month. What else can we do with that? So let me show you what I did with the first one. Now, I will tell you, I did mess up on this first one. I did not see the note about putting a second one in here, and I used the paper for something else. So I've got a piece I need to attach, but I wanted to admit to you that the designs I had would not include paper for that if you have just one sheet. This paper, all of that I'm showing you, is from the Let's Go Fishing designer series paper. Oh my gosh, I love this plaid. And I thought, okay, I want masculine cards. So I pulled out the Wild and Sweet and the Wildlife Wonder stamp sets for these cards. So here we go. So there's my front. Here's this one, a note of thanks with the koala for all the great things that you do. This one I cut off 1 inch. And this one I left blank so that give you the idea. You can give them cards and then they can add a greeting to it or just write in it. And that way they're not stuck with cards that they can't use because it's got the wrong sentiments. This is the one I did backwards. So this one has a really nice heavy front because I mounted it on another card. So it says sending birthday wishes, wishing you the happiest birthday. So on this one, I took this strip here and cut it in half. And it did, oh, looks like the lap. Oh, yeah, because I messed up. But I cut this one in half and I did that strip, okay? And then I took this piece here and cut it in half for the other 2 strips that I used. And then here's the other one that I did. This one, because I didn't do that second 1.5 by 5 1/4, I was able to do a 3 strip DSP card like that. So I think this would be an awesome gift. You could give it to a man to use for cards or give it to a woman that has struggles to getting cards made for men. As you can see, you could still probably put 4 more cards in there if you wanted. So a nice size. Let me show you the cards I made for this one. This is the one I started and I quit because I thought I wanted to show how to attach your magnets here. So I have the designer series paper on. I just need to put my sides and then cover up the magnets. But I did have time to make the cards for this one. So I did one that didn't have paper on it because I didn't have as much paper because I cut all the right sizes this time. So I just did a simple birthday wishes. There's my 2 side pieces. This one here, sending birthday wishes with the raccoon. The bear again, sending birthday wishes to a great guy. And a note of thanks. So what do you think? I thought these cards turned out really nice. I was really happy with them. So if you're watching, make sure you put a comment in there because I'm still giving away prizes. And Marilyn, I apologize. I forgot to announce that you were the winner last week. So you will have a surprise package coming in the mail, which is kind of funny since you got a package this week that wasn't for you. All right, so a couple more things to show you before I let you go. Most of you saw that I got to be a part of an event called Creativity Now that's just for demonstrators. And we got to use this brand new set that's going to be available in the September to December catalog, so our fall catalog. I love these images. So here we stamped on vellum. If you can see there's polka dots, there's this vellum that has polka dots behind it. and just made a simple card with that. Here we stamped them on vellum and put them on top of our stamped images. We used the decal dies, and it worked. I didn't have them and now have ordered them. This one here was the more simple one. It was really neat. They did a more simple card and then a more stepped up. So you can see the difference in those two. Then this was the simple for this design. And this was the stepped up, and we got to use the embossing paste. We made a mask out of the dies that go with the set and then use the masking paste, which I thought that turned out really cool. And then here's another one like this. This one here, I messed up. I wasn't supposed to put the vellum on this one. It was supposed to be the simple card, and I wasn't paying attention, and I covered them up. So I don't really have a simple one. It was supposed to be just the stamping with this on top. But anyway, you'll look forward, hopefully you're looking forward to seeing some samples with this and some projects. It's a really pretty set. All right. I think I've about covered everything I was supposed to tonight. Okay, so here is the fun fold card. You ready? You ready? I love this. Here we go. Isn't that cool? This was a Heart of Oz project from going down to Wichita a couple weeks ago. So this will be our fun fold. This is my simple, and you will be able to add a greeting on here. But I wanted to just do simple, which you know for me is really, really difficult. We're using those Country Inn dies that I just love. And then the petal, what's it called? Petal Park, I think is what it's called. Stamps, and it's got punches that will punch these out. Easy ways to step this up. You could punch the flowers out. You could just really go to town and add to it. But I wanted to do simple. So if you want the instruction sheets, you would make one of this plus a template for your binder, 2 of this one, and this is called the lattice card. Those of you that come to class can thank Lois. She saw this at Kit and Cup, and she was like, oh, I've been wanting to learn to make that. This was going to be in August, but since she was interested in making it, I bumped it up to July. And I just think it's really cool. It's easier than I thought it would be. So you'll make one of this and a template and get an instruction sheet. If you choose that, this one would be 1 with instructions and 2 of this. Or you can make 2 of each if you don't want to put a binder together. So that's the technique and fun fold class. It is July 6th and 7th. I'm going to offer it Thursday and Friday at 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Kit and Cup is going to be this Tuesday the 18th from 6 to 8:45 in the evening, and Wednesday morning from 9 to noon. And then by request of the ladies that came to the evening class, they wanted to just come, not purchase a kit or do kits, but just get together and craft. So I talked with the people at 10 and 2 Coffee Bar, and they've agreed to let us use it on July 25th. It's a Tuesday, and your only charge will be purchasing a drink for them because we need to give them something for letting us use their facility. So you'll buy a drink for them, and you'll just come and we can sit and craft and visit together. So I hope one of these, let's see, I forgot to put, Craft with Me. Free event here is July 11th and 15th. So here's my boxes. This one's coming. It's on, let's see, let me do the other one. I did not get cards made for the blue one, but I will get some done and I'll get some pictures out so you can see them. But that's my project tonight. I want to thank Cheryl for sharing that with me. I think these are awesome boxes. I think there's so much potential. You can see how different they look with the rounded edge versus the square. And maybe for guys, the square edge is better. I don't know. All right. Thanks for joining me. Again, make sure you comment so you can be in a drawing for a gift from me. And let me know which paper you like best, the plaid, the blues pattern, or this gorgeous pebbled path pattern. What you think? And for these two, what type of cards would you make? Would you make masculine or would you make something else? Comment below and let me know. Have a fabulous week. I'll see you next Monday.